Okay.
Greetings to everyone. Today we are going to present about Secret Recipe new business branding strategy. Firstly, I'm going to introduce our team. I'm Ng Chao Feng. We have Chen Kero, Hao Qing Tian, and Yap Zhengfeng. So for today's presentation, we are going to present about future packaging, savvy customer, economic downturn, and new target market. So firstly, into future packaging, I'm going to talk about our campaign name and objective. Our campaign name is Secret Care for You, where this is a airtight packaging. We will prevent airflow into the packaging, decrease the risk of dust and virus spread, can be sanitized freely, produce a higher hygiene standard. Next. I'm going to talk more about our objective. So firstly, it prevents airflow into the packaging because it's airtight, so no air would be able to enter. When air are not be able to enter, the dust and virus are also not be able to enter. So during this pandemic, like take out delivery, the customer would felt more safely rather than just a normal plastic bag be the cake in the plastic bag delivered to their house. Next, after receiving the airtight packaging, the customer can also sanitize freely, doesn't need to worry that the sanitizer went into the food. And this would also reduce the transmission of COVID-19 via food packaging, as virus could survive on different surface up to 72 hours. Next, I would like to pass to another presenter.
Thank you, Chao Feng. Now I'm going to talk about the challenges, which is the savvy customer. And on the savvy customer, we have realized a pattern, which is the shift in consumer behavior. The first one is when the consumer are more digitalized. When shopping via smartphone has increased by 24% in 2021, according to PwC report. And secondly, they also demand a more customized social media power experience, and as they are more tech savvy nowadays. Secondly, they are more health conscious, as Secret Recipe has to take this into consideration, as the health and safety factors that may affect the purchase intention on certain food for the consumer. And according to Kids 2021, there's 55% of respondents, they are more worried on the food safety since the COVID-19 because, as Chao Feng said, the virus might transmit through the food packaging. Next will be more eco-friendly. When people are staying at home more and they are working from home or studying from home, they are more environmentally sensitive on food packaging. Lastly are the price sensitive people. When the employed or unemployed consumers, they are more they are affecting the spending power on the needs and wants, when they are more willing to spend on needs compared to wants. And also that are shifting away from the more expensive goods because they are price sensitive and they will consider on price when purchasing on certain products. Next challenges on savvy customer are digitalized customer. When there's an image of social media users, and according to CAM, the online users are increasing by 2.8%, which is 738,000. However, there's a problem whereby there's a slow phase of adaptation when a lot of Malaysian companies or organizations that have not gone digitalized yet due to the lack of technical expertise. For example, you can see in the food court, they are more likely to use cash instead of online banking. And also there's an e-commerce and online banking emerge, whereby the consumer are moving towards mobile payment and due to convenience. Third challenge will be traditional practice have been replaced because due to digital technologies like e-payment, GrabPay, they have interrupted the traditional practice, and the organization have to keep pace with this so that they do not get replaced. Lastly, will be hyper competition, whereby the digitalization, they will have a lower barrier of entry for entrepreneurs, so that Secret Recipe has an increased numbers of competitors. Next slide will be the savvy customer. This is a report by the Global Consumer Pulse Survey. When you can see from the global and Malaysia, the top 3 channels when people go for shopping will be physical store, mobile phones, and smart assistant. When you take into consideration the comparison of Malaysian going to physical store are 51% compared to global 46%, and mobile phone are both 44%, and lastly, smart assistant are 48% versus 42%. So now the recommendation for our challenges will be mobile application. According to the Hede and Cam, that's because the mobile application, they are beneficial in engagement and adaptation in new products. So what we can do is in the Secret Recipe app itself, we can include our airtight packaging on the home page so that when the consumer are shopping or using the app, they can add this packaging for free. This is fulfilling the value added thing, and when people are price sensitive, the free products tend to grab their attention. And also to have a personalized experience, the customer can also add wordings onto the product packaging. Next, I'll pass it to the next presenter.
I'm Yap Zhen Feng, and I'm going to talk about the challenge of the next challenges, which is economic downturn. So the reason for the economic downturn in Malaysia is because of the multiple MCOs that is implemented by government. According to research, in 2020, Malaysia's GDP declined 5.6% compared to 4.3% growth in 2019. As you can see in the figure below the graph, that has a in 2020 it has a huge decline in the GDP growth. As I said, the reason for that is because MCO is implemented by government, and that is a huge factor of the GDP decline. Thanks. However, in 2021, there is the opportunity for Secret Recipe because Malaysia currently is on a recovery phase. According to the official portal of Ministry of Finance Malaysia, there is a noticeable GDP growth in April and May in 2021 that is recovered strongly, both 40.1% and 19.8% respectively. Apart from that, people are free from MCO already because COVID-19 restriction will be eased from 10 August 2021 from MCO 3.0 for the fully vaccinated individuals. Next. So for the recommendation to seize the opportunity that we talked about just now is to provide offers to introduce the new packaging of Secret Recipe. For example, people that purchase above 20 ringgit for the first month will receive a free seal bag. This is to regain the customer awareness and confidence when they receive more values. Apart from that, we can introduce new stuff at the same time to increase their awareness as well. This is to also show sign of concern and reward to them. What I mean by concern is because consumers are also the part of victim of economic downturn too. So if Secret Recipe can show their concern, they might increase their awareness on the brand as well. We will move on to the next presenter.
Hi, I'm Hao Chin Kian. Now I'm going to explain about the new target market on Secret Recipe. I will differentiate it into two parts, which is the tech-savvy customer and also the health-conscious consumer, because during this pandemic period, the consumer age that we target are either from 10 years old to 60 years old, because as long as there is the internet, they are all our customer, no matter how old you are. And these two are the most essential segment from the consumer and the seller. Moving on to the next slide. I will differentiate it into two segments, which is the psychographic segment and also the behavioral segment. The psychographic segmentation is the new idea of vacuum seal type packaging. Is target those customer that have a very strong about health conscious. Why would I say so? Because this packaging will give them a very strong safety about the cake, especially during this pandemic time. And also, the customer are very picky about the price, since this service new, but Secret Recipe make it free of charge when purchasing through the online. After that is the behavioral segmentation, which narrow it down to the purchase behavior, which we mainly focus on online purchasing, not just about from online. We also provide this service from visiting the store, because some customers are very strong about their health conscious. They will ask for this service to give them a more safety about Secret Recipe. And that's all from my part. Thank you.